Hello there, and welcome to another Starfield video. Today we're going to be taking a look at another subscriber build. This is Kray's Frontier X01. I do apologize for the name up above. PC is one of all the many advantages PC seems to have. One of the weaknesses is that you can't have more than however many digits that is there. Whereas on Xbox, you can have as many as you want, which is weird. But yeah, so this is Kray's Frontier X01. So this is a modified Frontier, which I really like the design. He has some lore behind it. I'm going to just really quickly kind of skim through it. So basically, the whole kind of premise behind it is that after Barrett kind of came from the temple and he realized what was going on, he realized that he needed a better ship to combat the Starborn, more speed and firepower. So he, leaning into his particle beam specialization, he basically made this. And I will say it looks awesome. It's definitely something I could see kind of coming out the assembly line if Nova Galactic were still kind of kicking. So yeah, let's take a look at some of the stats. So it's got a fuel of 210, pretty decent. Gets the job done. It's got a hull of 1235, again, very good. It's got a cargo capacity of 1740, which is more than enough kind of cargo for your, your short distance hops and stuff. Like obviously, if you're a bit of a hoarder, you might need to upgrade the cargo bit. B-class reactor, 39 power, crew of 6, 28 light year jump range, not too bad. 1450 shield, we're using the Vanguard shield. And then it's got 3 sets of particles. It's got the Vanguard disruptor, or the Vanguard obliterators, and then it's got 2 other set of particles. So if you're going to build this, it's going to be quite pricey. It's going to be around 450k. But yeah, let's get into it. Whoops. I will say I really like how this ship looks. I like the kind of the weapon pod off the side. I'm a big fan of the weapon pods in general. One of the bonuses I will say is that this ship was all made in the Nova Galactic yard, which I really like. Yeah, I like the kind of the off-center design. I'm seeing more and more people go with the asymmetrical design, and I'm really loving it. It's really cool. Anyway, we're going to enter through here. In we go. So straight away we have a workshop, which I really like. I'm always a big fan of putting the workshop directly above the entrance area. So we've got our industrial workbench, weapon workbench, spacesuit workbench. Sadly, we have no research station, but that's perfectly fine. You don't really need it. And then the docking port is directly above it too, which is very nice. You can tell this ship has been used. Anytime you see like the workbench connected to both the docking port and the cargo bay, it's gets the job done. We go up here, we have a captain's quarters up on top. Nice little snug Nova Galactic captain's quarters. Very nice. Hello, Simeon. What are you reading? Simeon is reading. Okay, Simeon, you keep reading. And then if we come this way, we have the control station that I just bypassed. Like I will say, Kray, if there's any mistakes I made, let me know. Because I know you had the workbench, and I know you had the control, or the captain's quarters, potentially. You may have used the Frontier hab, which if you did, I do apologize. I don't have that. I deleted it. Because I'm an idiot. I didn't realize that was a unique hab. Let's save. And then we have the cockpit. I believe this is the Magellan cockpit. It might not be. Like this cockpit, though. We got our co-pilot seat and our navigator. So yeah, let's take her up into space, see how she performs. I'm expecting it to be absolutely devastating. So yeah, let's take it off, shall we? As always, I have a perk that increases my power by 5, so for the sake of this video, we're going to be using 5 power. But should be more than enough power on this bad boy. Alright, so I'm going to pull some pips away from the shields. So, weapon-wise, we've got Particles. Particles. And more particles. So this thing, yeah, this thing would absolutely shred anything it comes across. Its base speed, it's going to be 140 because we're using some B-class engines. Boost speed's going to be probably 510. Again, B-class engines. 520 rather. Not too bad though. Agility test, it's pretty agile. I'd say it's like maybe a 6 or a 7. And then yaw. Again, about a 6 or a 7. Not too bad though. Then who needs agility when you have all the particles? Anyway, we're going to head down to the planet now, and I will show you how to build it. Alright, so we've split the ship into 3 sections, as always. It's a couple of merge techniques that we'll go over as we kind of get there. So at the top here, we've got a Nova Cowling 2 LTF, and then we have a Nova Galactic Captain's Quarters, and then we have the NG2 Docker Top from Nova Galactic, and a Dun 71 engine from Amadon. B-Class 3 power, 26,580 engine thrust, 5250 engine or maneuvering. And then we've got 2 of these White Dwarf 2030 engines from Relodyne, A-Class 3 power, 13,020 engine thrust, 2700 maneuvering. These are mainly here, Kray was saying, just for the aesthetic, because, you know, he has most of the power comes from these engines here, the Duns. And then we've got, for the structural pieces, we've got 2 Nova Galactic braking engine. We've got a port and a starboard. And then we've got 4 Nova cowlings. We've got 2 of the middle cowlings, and then 2 of the kind of the front facing. And we've 1, 2, 3, 4 of these Nova radiator tops. And then we have 1, 2 Nova cowlings again, the 3 of them all together. And then we have 1 of the PB175 Helion beams from Ballistic Solutions Incorporated, B class, 3899.99 range, 2.5 fire rate, 29 hull and shield damage, and 3 power. Now I'm going to show you real quick the merging technique that was utilized here. Oops, wrong button. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to show you how to sync this. So the engine itself sits like that, and then there's the Docker top is merged into it. So we're just going to highlight the Docker, and then we're going to use any piece that has snap points in every angle, and then we're just going to press Y to duplicate it, and just like that it will drop down. Now we're going to also lay out these, come on now, come on, there we go. So the reason I'm kind of putting these 2 things on top is we're, because of these radiators. Oh. These radiators sit all the way down here, like so. So I'm using these Nova Galactic Captain's Quarters just to kind of act as a kind of a setup. And once you delete them, you're going to highlight them all, like so. And then making use of this kind of scaffold already done, we just drop it down like so by highlighting the bottom. And that's how you do this section here. Now, the next section here, we've got the Magellan C2X cockpit from Nova Galactic, or Magellan, sorry. 260 cargo, 2 crew station. Behind that, we have a Nova Galactic control station 2x1, 4 crew. And then we have the Nova Galactic workshop 2x1. And then at the back here, we've got a couple of merges. So we've got a Galleon S204 cargo hold from a Tectra system, 1480 cargo. We also have a 104DS mag inertial reactor from Dogstar, B class, 39 power, 1125 hull. We have an RD3000 beta grav drive from Relodyne, B class, 10 power, 36 jump thrust, which gives us 28 light years. And then finally, we have the 500T helium 3 tank. So I'm going to show you how we can merge all that. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to add our reactor. And then we're going to add our grav drive on top, highlight the grav drive, and then I like to highlight the fuel because the fuel has a snap point in all angles. Drop it down. Sometimes it will go up. That's fine. Highlight it again, and then highlight the bottom one. And just like that, it'll snap down. Next, we're going to grab one of the fuel, and we're going to merge the fuel down, highlight the fuel, and then highlight the bottom one here. Oh, whoops, I was a bit too fast that time. Try that again. And then that drops down. And then finally, we're going to highlight this Galleon cargo, and just like that, all those objects are inside. Now for the structural pieces on this side, we have a Nova Cowling 2LPA, a Nova Cowling PM, so the middle one, and then we have this one here. Now we also have 2 Nova wing ports, so you put the Nova wing, or the Nova wing first, and then you just snap this piece in like so, and you just do a simple flip. Now on the other side, there's a couple of sections, so I'm going to kind of highlight these pieces and kind of showcase it real quick. because there is kind of multiple sections. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take a look at the... So we're going to take a look at the... So the base one here, we basically got the same thing mirrored on each side. So we've got the Nova Galactic wings here, like there, and then we've got the Nova cowlings each side, and then the middle cowlings, and then the back cowlings. This piece here is merged in. I'm going to show you how to do that. It's just a simple drop-down merge. So all you would do is highlight it, snap it above, so it has a top snap point. Highlight it, and then we're just going to drop it down, like so. And just like that, it has dropped down. Now for the kind of the gun pod, it's set up something like this. So I'm going to show you how it's kind of put together. So the initial kind of layout will look something like this. So you have your two Nova cowlings on each side, like so. You've got your Amandon engine, and then you've got your Nova cowling 2L SM, and then you've got your weapon mount. Now we'll start off with the weapon mount. So this weapon mount is mounting all six of the Vanguard Obliterators, A-class, 38.99 range, 6.65 fire rate, 11 hull shield damage, and 2 power. Now, one thing you'll notice when you're trying to make use of these weapon mounts is even though they will say that they have 6 snap points, so see when I'm highlighting that, see there's 6, there's 2 here, 4 there. As you start to snap them, you'll notice that you lose access to certain snap points. So for instance, if I try and now snap one in here, the one outside is still there. These back ones here, you can't snap them. Now you can kind of fiddle with it a little bit. You might get it, but what I like to do is I just basically like to do this. We're going to duplicate it up, and then we're going to move these ones to the back, and we're going to delete the rest of them. So you should have something like this. The bottom one will have the 4 forward ones, and the top one will have them on the back. Once that's set up like that, you just highlight your scaffold, highlight your top piece, it'll go up, highlight again, highlight the bottom, it'll drop down just like that. So now, when you grab it, you'll have 2. You'll have one with nothing on it, and then you'll have one with all 6 of them. So this is the first part here. And this basically just slots in exactly like that there. Now, the second piece of the kind of the puzzle is we're going to be making use of this piece here. So we've got a Nova wing, and this wing basically is going to snap in and sit right there. So what we're going to do, one of the easiest ways to kind of do that again, when you're building this, we're going to go with the hab piece. I mean, we can use... does this have a snap point in the bottom? Yeah, okay, we can use one of these. Any piece, doesn't really matter. We're just basically getting one above so we can merge this piece in. So on this Nova wing here, which sits directly above the cowling, we have 2 PB175 Helion beams. And what we're going to basically be doing is we're going to be dropping them down. So like again, you highlight them, it'll pop above, that's fine. Now highlight them again, highlight the bottom. And then it drops down like that. And then just like that, it just sits there nice and cozy. Now next, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to merge this piece into it. So I'm going to really quickly show you how to do that. Because it's to be honest, it's a bit tricky. So basically what you want to do is the piece will sit like so. And then we're going to make use of the drop down technique just to get it in, and just like that. Now we've got the set up like that. So these are the PB100s. So there's 2 100s there. And then where are we at? Okay, perfect. So that by this point here, we should have, if you count them, we have 2 of the 100s are here, and then 2 of the 175s are here. Now the final kind of step is you're going to get another wing like this piece here, and this wing is going, I'm just double checking here, so the other 175 will sit underneath, so we get the 100s. So this wing is going to have a 100 on top of it and a 100 aside. And the whole point of this is to merge this in here like so. So what we're going to do is we're going to get another snap point like so. But this one we're going to highlight it, so we're going to go up. Or we could actually go down. Down is probably easier. And then just like that, that piece is going to sit right there like so underneath. And then once that's sitting there, we're just going to highlight it and we're going to basically flip it up like so, and it will merge up inside. So now you have the two of them in, so the wing is inside the Nova brace. And you may be wondering, Crimson, what's with all these pieces here? These are just here to kind of show you how to merge. So when it comes to these merging where you're forcing something up or down, you have to use something that has snap points on all sides. So common objects is either a 1x1 companionway or a 2x1 companionway. We also have the fuel, which is another one, the this 500T helium-3. Anyway, so that's pretty much how this is laid out here. And then obviously this piece slots in like so. We have our on the back here we have our Vanguard Bulwark shield generator like so. And then to get this piece kind of in, so what you want to do to kind of merge it all in, because we've got a lot of pieces here. So this piece sits nice and flush in there. But obviously it's not fully attached yet. So what you need to do in order to kind of attach it, we're making use of, there's a couple of snap points. So the kind of the snap points, so let me show you real quick. Whoops. Delete these pieces. So we're just going to flip this back like so. And that's basically going to snap in here. So if we highlight this whole piece, and you'll see it connects to this piece here. Like that. It snaps in nice and snug. And now we can start adding these side pieces. So these are pretty simple. It's just a simple flip them back. And then the back one again, we're just going to basically slot this in. Now this one doesn't want to play ball because there already is a slot point there. So all we're going to do is we're going to really quickly extend it up. So we're going to get our little fuel tank. Any of these pieces will work. And okay, that piece won't work because reasons. Okay, so we're gonna, again, I'm just making a scaffold here just so that I can perfect. And then this piece snaps in like so. And now we can move the scaffolding and we just highlight it and it drops down like so. And then that's pretty much it. And then we snap the bulwark shield generator in there. Now there's a couple more merges here. So in the build, Kray went with these pieces here, these Nova bracers. He has two of them kind of merged inside, which I will show you now. So these pieces, you're gonna put them on the bottom like so, and then we're gonna highlight them. And then we're just going to we'll get another piece just to use as a kind of a. So we highlight that one, highlight the two underneath, and then duplicate it up. And then they basically just sit there. Now, Kray, I'm not sure, like if these are just here for structural components, fair enough. But I don't really see the point of them personally, just because it kind of adds extra complexity to the build. But again, you know, if there probably is a reason for them, so that is perfectly fine. And then for the bottom section here, we have the Nova Cowling 2L. We've got two on this side here like that. And then we've got two here. And then merged inside this one is an NG20 landing gear from Nova Galactic for landing thrust. And then there's another one back here. And then we've got the landing bay. And then these just basically sit, let me highlight them. This one will sit directly underneath like so. And then this one, I'm just going to highlight it. This one will sit underneath. Now this one doesn't want to play ball because the cockpit is in the way. So in order to get it in, you're going to have to do the flip technique like so. And then on the top, it's a similar... Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do that. On the top, it's a similar situation. You're going to have to remove this piece real quick. Highlight it. Now, these engines here, we're going to have to actually merge them into, which that's a good point. Let me show you that. So all these pieces, we highlight them, and these just slap right there like so. And then the engines sit... They're going to sit, I'll show you really quickly. Because they don't... I know they don't sit that high. They sit on this middle section here. So what we can actually do is we can just put them there for the moment and then lower them on that snap point. So again, when you're lowering them, you just need like something to lower them. I'm going to use the fuel tank this time. Highlight it and highlight the engines and they'll drop down like so, and then you just get rid of them. And there you go. And then finally, we're going to add this piece up here. Again, you're going to do the flip technique. And then this piece here. Now this piece, you will have to flip it on just because it is currently hiding a load of the stuff. Like so. And then, yeah. Keep it unattached modules. That would probably be these ones. Let me remember them. Perfect. So that's the build. Really, really cool build. Bit complex when it comes to the kind of the merging and stuff. I'm assuming a lot of like the merging, like it's just more for the kind of the aesthetic. Like these little wings and stuff. But all in all, very, very cool design. I really like it. It definitely looks like something that I could see, like I said, Nova Galactic kind of, you know, using as a kind of an experimental kind of combat vessel. Really love the asymmetry. Phenomenal work as always, Kray. I say as always, but there was the, because I have covered one of your ships before. In the stream, you put a ship forward and it was very cool. At least I'm 90% sure you did. If I didn't, and I'm just having like a moment, but I'm 90% sure you did. But anyway, I look forward to seeing some of the other ships you've built. And yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this sort of content. And if you want to submit ships, we have a Discord. The Discord is not just for submitting ships, but you can submit ships through the specific channels. But there's, yeah, if you want to join the Discord, we've got some like-minded individuals who like talk about everything from Starfield. We've got a shipbuilding section, like a subsection, like channel type thing, where people kind of show off their builds, and this was one of those builds. I seen it, and I was like, this is cool. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys.